getting to the Nuggets' first game of a tough 4-game road trip. We finished this road trip 2-2, and we started off with a great win over a team that we've been jockeying for playoff position all year with against the New Orleans Hornets. We're able to beat them in New Orleans, 114-103, moved to 40-27 with this win, and 13-20 on the road. Great win for us on the road against a stellar defensive team and a stellar team in general. Got the utmost respect for the Hornets. They're playing great this year under new coach Monty Williams. Chris Paul's balling this year. David West is playing well. Mecca Okafor's been good for them. And they got nice bench play out of guys like Jared Jack and Carl Landry. We shot great this game, especially from outside. 53% from the field were we, and a stellar, I mean a phenomenal 59% from the three-point line. Hornets also shot well. We're 47% from the field, which is good. 45% from the three-point line, which is good. And a solid 76% from the free throw line. A lot of good things in this game for the Nuggets. Like I said, probably our best win on the road this year up until this point. Just an awesome win on the road. You know, this new group of guys is starting to build a nice road resume. You know, with wins over New Orleans and Phoenix at this point, and that was big. And competing with the Portland team in the Rose Garden earlier in the year, losing there in OT. I mean, we're showing this new team is showing we're capable of being a tough team to beat anywhere, anytime, especially on the road, which is going to be key come playoff time. A lot of good things, as I mentioned before. Had 29 assists, mentioned it before. This team now, you don't have a superstar in Carmelo. You can't just go to him on isolation plays all the time. So definitely got to play a more team-oriented style of offense, and we've definitely done that. As I mentioned, 29 assists for the Nuggets as a team. Out-rebound the Hornets 43-31 in this game. I thought we did a great job on the glass, and of course with the 29 assists, you know, sharing the ball, getting each other involved, and we just attack opposing defense with so many people, as I mentioned before. Had 16 fast break points. As the style of team we are, get out in transition, get easy buckets, capitalize on turnovers. We did that here, and we outscored the Hornets 71-54 in the second and third quarter. We had like a 20-point lead at one point, and did a great job of really locking down defensively on them. I thought our defense could have been better in this game. You know, that there was some definitely miscommunications defensively. You know, rotations getting over late, just some minor adjustments that we could have made. But still, to outscore them by 17 on their home floor. This is a really gritty, tough New Orleans Hornets team, especially a good team at home, and really outscoring them 71-54 in the second and third quarter really helped us. And like I said, you compile that with the out-rebound the Hornets by 12. You know, getting 16 fast break points and 29 assists. We were just too much for them in this game. And then you score 114 points on arguably, I think statistically, maybe the second or not, if not the best defensive team in the NBA. I mean, we just lit up a great defensive team in the Hornets. I thought offensively we were awesome against them all night. Like I say, you score 114 points on the road against the Hornets in their own gym, and they're a team that only allows 93 per game. So I thought that was a great sign, and if we ever you know, run into the Hornets in the playoffs, who knows, that'll be big for us. And just to get this win after jockeying for playoff position with them all year up until this point, this was a big win that we needed down the stretch here, coming, you know, up on only having 15 to 16 games left at this point. So big win for us against New Orleans, and to score 114 points on them when they only allowed 93 was great. Only did one bad thing in the game. I thought, you know, turned over the ball way too much. Had 22 turnovers. That's one of the biggest weaknesses that this new group has. We got to learn how to take care of the ball a lot better. I mean, you know, we got lucky here to blow out the Hornets as well as we did, and beat them down as well as we did in this game on their own gym when we commit that many turnovers. So that's something the Nuggets got to sharpen up. Ty Lawson finished up with his third straight double-double. Had another great game. Really did a good job of keeping up with Chris Paul in this game at 23 points. 10 assists, 2 steals, 4 turnovers, was 8 of 13 from the field, 2 of 4 from the three-point line, and 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Did a great job of getting to the rim. Had the 10 assists. Like I said before, he's great off the pick and roll, whether he hits that little jumper or is, you know, setting up one of his teammates for an easy layup or dunk. Would like to see him cut down on the 4 turnovers. Actually, you know, he was stellar in that second and third quarter. Actually hit a buzzer beater three-pointer at half, right before the halftime buzzer, which was great to see. And he loved the 10 assists. And I thought defensively he was all right on Chris Paul and did a great job of lighting him up on offense. Like I said, 23 and 10 for Ty. Great game for him, and shot the ball extremely well. And Raymond Felton was also great. Double-double for him off the bench. Kind of got this two-headed dragon now. Do the Nuggets at point guard with Raymond Felton and Ty Lawson. They both finish up with double-doubles. Like I mentioned before, Lawson goes for 23 and 10. Felton off the bench goes for 22 and 12. Has 3 rebounds as well. Shoots 7 of 12 from the field and 6 of 9 from the three-point line. Raymond was great from the three-point line. Hit some big threes for us in that third quarter, especially the second. And he was on fire. Hit like 2 or 3 in a row. And you just love seeing the production out of him off the bench. And you love seeing the Nuggets have a nice little 1-2 punch at the point guard position. I mean, those two guys really nullified Chris Paul. I mean, Chris Paul goes for 27 points, 10 assists. Ty Lawson and Felton combined for 45 points, 24 assists. I mean, they just, it's tough for defenses to guard these two quick, speedy guards that also can pass and are great in the pick and roll and can shoot. And you saw that here. Like I said, Felton was great. Hit 3 or 4 threes in a row. Was really filling it from the outside, and you love seeing the 12 assists as well. Play with great effort. And I thought him and Ty were decent in defending Chris Paul. And like I said, both combined for 45 points. Both combined for 22 assists, not 24 as I mentioned before, and do a great job of kind of nullifying everything that Chris Paul did. So that's kind of a great thing to have, and they're becoming like a two-headed dragon, two-headed monster for us. Wilson Chandler was great as well, 21.7 boards for him, 7 of 13 from the field, 4 of 5 from the three-point line, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Hit some clutch shots in that third quarter, really went off in that third quarter. He's been great in third quarters for us thus far, and hit some tough threes. Some of the threes he hit 2 like right at the shot clock buzzard, and hit 1 where he was like fading away in the corner. Just tough shots at big times. You like seeing a guy like Wilson Chandler step up. We need someone to step up in those situations, especially with losing Carmelo, and I thought he did that here. Shot well, 4 or 5 from the three-point line, and I thought defensively he was pretty good as well. Really underrated defender is Wilson Chandler, and you love seeing the 21.7 rebounds, and dude went off in the third quarter. And then off the bench, JR was big as well. He had 18 points, 3 assists, was 5 of 12 from the field, but 5 of 8 from the three-point line, 3 or 4 from the free throw line. Our shot selection as a team wasn't great, but we were filling it from the 3. JR, Wilson, Raymond Felton were just went bananas from the three-point line. I think they combined for like 15 three-pointers between the 3 of them, which is just insane. And all 3 of them were big for us in that third quarter especially. They all hit big threes. They all extended our lead, and New Orleans had no answer for it defensively. We were just knocking 3 down after 3, and just kept that momentum going. And Wilson Chandler, Raymond Felton, and J.R. Smith were a big part of that. They were just scorching hot from the three-point line, and you add in Ty Lawson going for 23 and 10. We're a tough team to defend when that happens, and to do it against arguably the best defensive team in the NBA says something. Chris Paul led the way for the Hornets, 27 points, 10 assists for him. Also had 7 steals, 5 rebounds. He was awesome. He was 9 of 16 from the field, 2 of 5 from the three-point line, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. He somewhat flops. I'm a big Chris Paul fan, but he's a very frustrating player to watch sometimes. I don't like how he flops sometimes, but he was great offensively. He had a lot of open looks. Like I said, I thought Felton and Lawson were decent on him defensively, but he was big for the Hornets, kind of rallied them back there in that fourth quarter to make the game manageable. You know, they had some momentum building there, and did a great job of setting up his teammates, caused a lot of turnovers on our part. Like I said, he had 7 steals himself, and I thought was good from the three-point line. Missed 1 or 2 wide open three-point shots, and was great with 27 and 10. We just had no answer for him defensively, but like I said, Ty and Raymond, for them combining for like 45 points and the 22 assists, kind of nullified everything he did. But he's great defensively with the 7 steals, got to the free throw line, and knocked down open shots. I thought Willie Green was good, 18 points, 2 rebounds for Willie Green, was 7 of 16 from the field, 3 of 4 from the three-point line. Basically all his shots were open jumpers. I thought we did a bad job of coming over screens that the Hornets were setting, and allowing Green to get space and knock down open shots and get open looks. And like I said, just lacked a little bit on the rotations. We're a little late getting over, and Willie Green, being the great shooter he is, kind of capitalized on that. And like I said, I thought we struggled a couple times, did our guards, getting over screens and trying to get a hand in his face. He got a lot of open looks, and a lot of his points came off of screens. And I think the biggest reason the Hornets lost was not because of Chris Paul and Willie Green, who had 2 great games, but it was because of Emeka Okafor and David West only combining for 12 points and 11, and they combined shooting 5 of 13 from the field. That really hurt the Hornets. Those 2 guys in previous games against us this year have killed us, and really done a good job on Nene and Kmart offensively and even defensively, but they just didn't really do anything. I thought Nene and Kmart, especially Kmart, deserve a lot of credit. He did a great job on David West. Emeka Okafor got him into foul trouble early on. Did our front court guys, like I said, offensively, I thought Nene and Kmart were good of attacking both of them, getting especially especially Emeka Okafor into foul trouble, and then keeping both guys off the offensive glass. And I thought Kmart was great, forcing David West into some tough shots and making him kind of a 9-factor. Like I said, Nuggets defensively do a great job on Emeka Okafor and David West. They only combined for 12 points, 11 rebounds, and shoot a combined 5 of 13 from the field. Utmost props and respect to Nene and Kmart for really shutting Okafor and West down and keeping them out of the game. So great win for the Nuggets. Ty was awesome. Raymond was awesome. Got the two-headed dragon there. Wilson Chandler, JR hitting all three of those guys hitting huge threes in the third quarter. Did JR Smith, Chandler, and Felton. Felton hit like 2 or 3 in a row. Just great win for us. Great win to get on the road. Great to beat the Hornets, a team we've been jockeying with all year, as I mentioned before, for playoff position, and to beat them in their own gym is great. Get our first win against the Hornets this year, and to put 114 on them. As great a defense as they are, like I said, they allow only 93 points per game. We put 114 on them in their own gym. Was great. Defense could have been better, but you live with it. And we just smoked the Hornets in that second and third quarter, and we were able to hold on and close it out in the fourth. So great win for the Nuggets on the road over a really good, tough, gritty, defensive-minded team and a surefire playoff team. Nuggets beat the Hornets 114-103, moved to 40-27 on the year and 13-20 on the road. Get a big win on this tough 4-game road trip, and a big win over a tough team that we've been battling all year.